Top 7 factors why eyesight can deteriorate. Hello everybody, my name is Sviatoslav, and in this video we will analyze the top 7 factors that can impair our vision, the existence of which you may not know. Top 7 factors affecting vision. First, wrong destructive opinion. The first factor that impairs our vision is the formation in us of a certain wrong destructive opinion about our eyes and their capabilities, and everything related to this. For example, many people are sure that vision only gets worse over the years. Moreover, many are sure that after 40, everyone's eyesight is going to deteriorate. This is absolutely not the case, and age has nothing to do with it, and this destructive program formed a destructive opinion in you. A destructive opinion means that which will affect your eyes, which will psychologically affect the deterioration of your vision. Or for example, looking at the sun is harmful. This is a destructive opinion which at one time sellers of sunglasses forced people to believe into their eyes can get ultraviolet light. Also, over millions of years of evolution didn't get ultraviolet light into anyone's eyes. Then in 21st century it began to get. For example, another misconception: if vision begins to deteriorate, no exercise will save it, and only lenses, glasses or an operation can correct it. This is a destructive opinion that was instilled in people's mind because they don't know what to do to improve vision. The first factor is destructive thoughts that do not improve vision. Second, daily overstrain of the eye muscle with a static picture means sitting at the same distance and looking at the screen or a monitor or phone without giving the eyes a rest, without blinking. It strains the eyes very much. For example, if you take a dumbbell, raise it to the biceps and hold it for 30 minutes or 1 hour, the muscles will not stand and the hand will unclench, and if the eye muscles are not given conscious rest, they can enter into a spasm. Since they cannot unclench by themselves, it's necessary to master the skill of being able to relax the eyes. That is, to be able to relax the eye muscle in such a way that nothing presses and deforms the eyeball. Develop habit and do it regularly, so not to strain your eyes, so that the eyes are relaxed and all the muscles are relaxed constantly, and then there will be normal functioning of the eyes. The eye can calmly refocus. Lack of sunlight. Third factor impairing our eyesight is a lack of sunlight. Causes weakness of the eyes, causes decrease in visual activity, a decrease in the activity of the retina, and vision from this only deteriorates. Some people do not need to look at the sun if they start to squint at the same time, but you need to learn to look at the sun with closed eyes. As for the culture of vision improvement, we are not offered anything. If you go to the store and ask to give me something to improve vision, in the store they will not give you anything and tell you to go to the pharmacy or to the optometrist to buy glasses or lenses. Lack of visual activity. Fourth factor impairing vision is a lack of visual activity. For example, at school they tell the child not to twist his head and sit straight. For the child to actively develop his eyes, he needs to look in different directions so that the brain works and that the eye muscle works, and especially at a young age when his body is actively being formed, and the child get used not to turning his head, and then all his life like this, walk without active watching to the sides, and paralysis of the natural eye reflexes are obtained, which doesn't lead to good vision. A person needs to look more often and look around, look down. In the most cases, a person forms a certain distance. The eyes get used to working and the person doesn't look further and repeat the same. This leads to the development of myopia and he cannot look far. What to do? Especially you need to develop a new other habits of good vision, such as looking at long distances, blinking gently every 2-3 seconds to give rest to your eyes. Holding yawning is bad. Fifth factor which forms poor vision is restraining yourself when yawning. Yawning is a very important factor. With a deep, wide, strong yawning, when the mouth opens, tension is relieved by stretching the muscle and tension from the eyes goes away due to yawning. The necessary oxygen is thrown into the brain, in the eyes, because they require a lot of oxygen. When this happens, a person will get used to restrain yawning. Even in the morning, he will get up and maybe even if no one around, he takes and yawns with his mouth closed. In the morning, you need to stretch to your full height and give energy to the body. You can turn your attention when you yawn. The tension from the eye muscles goes away and the eyes see better for a moment. Natural eyesight improvement is not popular. The sixth factor of visual impairment that the cultural and social environment shows to us is the lack of a culture of improving vision. And this is not as popular as fitness, for example. Also, the lack of prevention from this deterioration. Not too many people knows what to do so that vision doesn't deteriorate and what to do to improve it. If you ask the doctor, he will recommend glasses, lenses or surgical correction. If you start surfing the internet, you will find a bunch of some recipes that you need to drip something into the eyes or an infusion of dandelions directly into the eyes. For example, I don't know a single person who would drip something into the eyes and as a result his vision was restored. Lack of prevention from visual impairment. Seventh, to maintain clear vision, it's necessary to develop certain good vision habits. It's necessary to get rid of the destructive thoughts that we have formed, and knowing this, you can easily understand that your vision can be improved. And to trust someone your eyes for an operation that will not remove the spasm from the muscle of the eyes at all, it's a very risky act. You just need to understand how our eyes work, and if you remove the spasm from the eye muscles, vision will improve. You just need to learn a little, and when you understand this, then all questions become clear. You understand that only you can improve your vision, and then you start looking for methods and ways to do this. And the whole way to improve your vision is quite simple. And of course, I recommend that you follow this way, because if you do nothing with your eyes, you will hope there for glasses or some pills or operation drops, then of course you will not get any good result. Well, of course you will get some, but not the ones that you would like and could get. Trust in your body and you will succeed. Today I explain the top 7 factors which can impair eyesight. First, wrong destructive opinions. Second, daily overstrain of the eye muscle. Third, lack of sunlight. Fourth, lack of visual activity. Fifth, holding yawning is bad. Sixth, natural eyesight improvement is not popular. Seventh, lack of prevention from visual impairment. Subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, so more people can see this video. If you have any questions, write them down in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you in the new videos.